Hey guys, we are on our way to the DMV. The lady was super nice and she's like, if you don't get here before 5, then you're gonna have to come back another day, and we just waited there for like 2.5 hours. So it's quite the adventure we're gonna see. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I don't know if you noticed, but there's something different about me, you know, haircut, got my eyebrows done. Just kidding, I actually acquired some new knowledge. I went to the DMV for the first time to get my permit. So you know, nobody really likes the DMV, let's be honest. So I got some tips and tricks for you guys to make it a better experience. And just so you guys know, I know like the DMV, there's different rules everywhere based on what state you live in or where you live in. So I'm just kind of doing this video based on what I did here in Texas. Alright, so now let's get on to those tips. So obviously the first step is you have to take driver's ed, and let's be honest, nobody likes driver's ed. The only thing I learned from driver's ed is how to sleep in class. Just kidding, I actually did not sleep in driver's ed. But I did learn how to eat pizza because we order pizza every single time. But there's two ways you can do driver's ed. At least in Texas, you can either be homeschooled and you can have your parents teach you. I'm not really sure that way. And then you can either do it through a private company. I did mine with a private company. But you do have to be, I think it's like within 3 months of being 15, and that's the rules in Texas, before you can take driver's ed. So I took it in October, and then I turned 15 in December, which I am 15 now. Can't tell. So I finally got my permit. You got permits. And yeah, so I think the minimum amount you have to take driver's ed for is 32 hours. And so I just did mine in a couple weeks, and it was super easy. Oh. I'm okay. Okay, so the next couple of tips are gonna be kind of like during the driver's ed class. Something that you're going to want to do is if you're doing the private company one, you're going to be wanting to take it with a friend because you want somebody to wake you up when you fall asleep, or you want somebody to take an extra pizza so that you can eat it for them. Just kidding. Some people want to study for the test, so you can have a friend there just to kind of make it more fun, or to study with if you're prepping for the test, something like that, because you do have to pass the test in order to get your permit. That's very important. And you, of course, you have to be 15 before you take the test. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. Something that I did that made it super convenient, which actually my teacher had me do, is they gave us all a folder and we literally kept everything in here. So we have all of our information that we need, and I organized it so on the left was kind of all the papers that we did in class, and then on the right was everything that I needed when I went to the DMV when I turned 15. And then after I took the class, I obviously did not turn 15 for like 2 more months, so I just kind of kept this somewhere safe. And then when I was ready to go to the DMV, I didn't really have to dig around for all like the papers that they signed out, and so that's something that I highly recommend doing. Happy birthday, you have turned 15, and congratulations, you have graduated from driver's ed, and now you are ready for, insert scary music here, the DMV.
There are 2 places you never want to be. The first one is hell, and the second one is the DMV.
Dad jokes. And there's probably about 2 things that I would say are majorly bad with the DMV. One, the terrible long lines. But we are at the DMV and it is super cold outside and the line is all the way out the door. So we just parked and sent my dad in, and we're just gonna wait until we get to like the counter to go in. And 2, try to remember everything that you have to bring to the DMV. Possibly the worst thing that could happen is you forget to bring something. So we got all the way up to the counter, and then my dad he only made a photocopy of my social security number, and you have to have the original copy. The lady was super nice and she's like, I'll give you like 20 minutes to drive back to your house, and if you don't get here before 5, then you're gonna have to come back another day. And we just waited there for like 2.5 hours. May or may not happen to me, but you forget to bring something and then you have to come back and sit in those long lines again, which thankfully I didn't really have to do, but it was really scary. So I know the twins, before they went to the DMV, they were checking all these websites trying to figure out what they needed to bring, and it was a really big hassle. So I'm just gonna list everything that you need, at least for Texas. So obviously you need your driver's ed certificate, my instructor gave it to me, and then you need your original social security number and birth certificate. Make sure that they are the original copies, because it will be bad if you do not bring the original copies, so no photocopies. And then you need your VOE, which is your verification of enrollment that you did for driver's ed. For me, I just had to get it from my school counselor. I don't know about you guys. you might actually have to look that part up. And then you need proof of residency. I've heard one of these things you can just use a school report card or anything that like has gone shipped to you. I guess more like an envelope, not like a package. And then you of course need your application for your permit. I got mine at the DMV. They handed it to me there, and it's just like a really simple paper that you have to fill out. And that is it. Those are all the things that you need to bring to the DMV. So because the DMV is so boring, and I had to wait in a line that was 2.5 hours or something like that, it was a long time, I would recommend you bring something to do or something to eat, especially if you have to go after school or like at the end of school, because you will get hungry, I promise. So you can bring something like a book or your phone. Make sure your phone is charged though, because it will be worth it, I promise. Bailey is FaceTiming Asa, and there's Asa on FaceTime. Hey.
I muted him.
And I brought my homework, so I'm working on some geometry. And yeah, I have a snack, so we're pretty set to go. So now we just have to wait for the line to hurry up.
Well, Dad has to wait.
Yeah, well, Dad has to wait in line. We just have to sit here. Alright, so your picture will be on there until you are an adult. So make sure you look good in your picture. Ladies, you can curl your hair, you can put your mascara on. So we finally arrived at the DMV. Wow, my eyelashes look really good in this lighting. Whoa. Hashtag lash next door. And you can also, I don't know, like wear a nice shirt, something that looks good with your skin tone. Just make sure you look nice because, you know, we all think you're just gonna stick it away in your wallet. The only people who will see it are the police officers when they pull you over. Hopefully not. But people actually do look at it, and you will look at it too. So look good in your picture. And once you almost do not fall out of your chair like I just did, once you finish all your driver's ed stuff and you finally get your permit, they print out your piece of paper because you won't have your actual permit for, I think it's like a month or something. Do not lose that paper, by the way, that would be very bad. But once you finish all that stuff, you want to make sure that you are nice to the people working there because it would probably be very boring having to work with a whole bunch of teenagers all day.
I'm missing something. We gotta do one more thing. See the little button right there?
All right. Take care, stay safe, okay?
So make sure you're nice to them so that they have a smile on their face by the time you leave. Alright, well let's go through this again. So, you have signed up for the class, you passed the test, you graduated from the class, I don't think what else. You got all your paper, you went to the DMV, you got your permit, you looked nice in your picture, you smiled at the people. Well now what do? You have a whole year before you even have to think about doing anything, right? I mean, you can just walk in, you never drive a minute, and you can just get your license? Well, that is wrong. You procrastinators out there, you actually have to do some work with your permit. You actually have to learn how to drive. So I mean, in Texas, you have to get like 7 hours, I think, with an instructor, and they kind of teach you like the basics of, I don't know, all the road signs and stuff. I need to sign up for mine because I haven't even done that yet. But it's okay, I'm only barely 15, I still have time. But you do have to be driving with your permit, I think 6 months, yeah, 6 months before you turn 16 to get your license. And then you have to do 30 hours with a legal guardian, I guess not legal, just somebody over 21. And so, I mean, that's basically it. You just have to drive, you know, and if you're really bad at keeping track of things like I am, you can do it through an app. They give you a paper at the DMV, but honestly, who does things on paper anymore? It's all online. So just get an app to log all your hours, get all your hours done, and then go to the DMV for the second time, and you can get your license when you are 16. Congratulations, you are a legal driver. I can drive now!
She is a permitted driver, only with a licensed adult.
My picture looks pretty
How does
good.
it feel to be so dependent on somebody much older than you? And she's officially had the DMV experience. What do you think?
Terrible.
Actually, they were really
pretty
fun.
good.
They're
They
fun.
were-
It's just, it's a very long, paperwork
There's a
process.
way easier way to do it, and I mean, like.
What's the easier way?
Well, I don't know it, but they could probably create a more efficient way. They should use technology more. What if you just could scan your stuff at home?
You hear that, President Trump?
There you
KAMRi
go.
says if we can add more technology to the DMV, things would be better.
There
I
you
think
go.
I agree.
Alright, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope it helps. You know, I have older sisters, so I know all this knowledge, but I'm kind of like an older sister to some of you guys, so I am passing on the knowledge to y'all. So I hope that this video helped. You guys can go check me out on Instagram if you want, KAMRi Noel. You know, I post some pretty cool videos. I stole popcorn in my throat. So I post some, pretty cool pictures over there, so you can go check me out over there. And then you can also subscribe to my channel by clicking this red button right down here. And you can also watch some of my other videos by clicking over here. And I will see you guys soon. Bye!